How's it going, people of the internet? I am Jeffrey Simbersky, and welcome back to another review. And today, as by what you're seeing on the review stand, we are doing a review of the Bendyfigs Squidward. Now, this is actually the second Bendyfigs of the SpongeBob Bendyfigs I've got, with SpongeBob being over there. Squidward here, he's basically the grouchy neighbor of SpongeBob, and he lives between SpongeBob and Patrick. And Squidward is voiced by Roger Bumpus. Squidward's the cashier at the Krusty Krab. And, he's just overall a grouch. So anyways, let's get to the figurine, shall we? Now, this is a bendable, so I already opened them up because technically we already know what the box is, but instead of SpongeBob, it would just be Squidward showing. So this part of wave 1 where you get SpongeBob, Squidward, Patrick, and Sandy. So, yeah. To get into Squidward, let's just get to the next thing talking about Squidward himself. I wanted to talk about the accessory first, which is a very important piece of thing that Squidward uses, which is his iconic, I hope it focuses, there we go, his iconic clarinet. And it sometimes has a hard time focusing through camera because of movements. It's just a black clarinet. It's just a black clarinet cast in black plastic with a little bit of white on it. For the reed, the little holes that change the tune of the music, this part that connects this portion, and this part is just blue. The little inside is blue to represent the cartoonishness of the clarinet. If you look very closely, I don't think it has this little tiny reed detail where it doesn't have that. So yeah, clarinet, plain and simple. Squidward's clarinet. So let's get to Squidward now. So Squidward, he's got, the way how he's got his the eyebrow sculpting, it's molded inside this figure's head. It's to represent that, stock image of him, he's like, what are you looking at? It's I could actually do a Squidward impression, SpongeBob, why am I a bendable figurine? Yeah, something like that. Overall, he looks pretty nice. He's got all the little dots on the top of his head. He's got the correct color yellow with the red rectangle pupils. His eyes obviously got the closed look, but the eyebrow, it's stink eye. He's got that frown, kind of looks like that from the side. The nose is a separate piece. There's his neck, his shirt. I'm sure it looks pretty good. There's a little bit of paint bleeding around here, but it's not that noticeable unless you look at it closely. His arms are in that curved look so he could hold the clarinet. And his legs are pretty interesting because if you look on the other side, you can see how the holes are for the stand over there. It's just the same one as the SpongeBob one over there, but so we don't need to look at that. So, however, there's a difference with this stand is that the holes are differently spaced compared to SpongeBob's, but it's meant to represent for Squidward's back feet. So, yeah, Squidward's got these 2 feet on 2 feet on each leg are sculpted together because of the wire, and it's for the stand. Otherwise, if they weren't, together, it would just be it would just be a bit of a mess, to be honest. When it's let's say posing him and stuff, he'd get all tangled up in his legs. As for bending level, he can bend this. I don't know why, but because he's more of a thin character compared to the SpongeBob Bendyfig over there, which is more thick, his head can bend really good. So when it comes to the arms, I'm trying to do this one arm because I'm holding the phone. I could just like, I'll just hold it like this. Yeah, that's good. That is really good. Just, I'll fix it off camera, but yeah, Squidward, he can actually hold the clarinet. Like, I'm gonna have to do this like off camera because it's gonna be a little tricky. Okay, so here he is holding the clarinet. I bend his arms to make it look like that, like he's about to play it, or he's like, what is that noise? I'm trying to play my clarinet in peace, you know, something like that. And the last thing I wanted to show before I wrap up the video is how this Bendyfigs Squidward proportions to the Bendyfigs SpongeBob in height. So I'm just gonna like it. That's really good. That's definitely good proportions right there. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Bendyfigs Squidward. Overall, when it comes to like sculpt, it's really good. Proportions are good, and the bendiness in like the arms, the legs, and the head are excellent. I think his bending is a lot better and like smoother than the SpongeBob's, because like the only thing bends in this SpongeBob Bendyfig is his arms and his legs. So I'm gonna give Squidward, like when it comes to ratings, like I'm gonna give a Squidward a solid 9.5 out of 10. Like, just because of the little bit of the bleeding inside from the shirt to the neck area is a little bit of a distraction when you're looking at it up close. But overall, he scores really high. I think he might be the best SpongeBob bendable of this range. So, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Jeffrey Samberski, signing out.